Clowney. Signed with the Browns.
All right, so this is cool. I'm glad you brought this up because they just released Sheldon Richardson today, which freed up $11 million in cap. So essentially, they brought in Clowney to take over Sheldon Richardson's money.
100%.
So they gained a scary edge rush, but they lost both starters from last year on the inside.
Yeah, they lost interior and gained exterior.
Yeah.
And
Clowney is never healthy.
And I'm not gonna lie, I see top tier Clowney as a big improvement over Sheldon Richardson, but on a play to play,
he ain't gonna be top tier.
I would say Clowney's effort probably averages like 65%. He gives like 65% every game. He takes so many plays off, and he's done it since college.
When J.J. Watt was hurt that 1 year, he played elite.
I think Clowney is just someone that doesn't play football because he loves it. He plays football to get paid. He takes plays off, and it's very obvious.
Well, he said he wanted to be paid.
We all know he has the talent, but teams, it's always a late signing. Like teams stay away from him. They're not in a rush to go after Clowney because again the talent's there. But why do you want to pay that much money for someone that's not going to give it to you?
With the money, do you think it was a good signing?
How much did he get?
$10 million for 1 year.
Up to $10 million, but yeah. I think like 7 of it's guaranteed, up to 10 with incentives.
Yeah, if it's only 7, because he's probably not going to hit his incentives. Yeah.
Dude, honestly, I think just the fact that they have Myles Garrett will keep him healthier.
Maybe.
I just think there's gonna be less pressure on him.
Well, who's on their linebacking core? Because they lost the interior of their defensive line. So who's on their linebacking core?
I don't know the Browns like that.
That can absorb blockers. That's the thing. None of us know. We don't think a crazy thing about it. What I see you saying, like yes, he's in a great opportunity now, but I felt like he was in a good opportunity on the Titans too.
Yeah, but they didn't have a Myles Garrett.
No,
well,
they
didn't. The defense is way better.
They don't have that, like what he was supposed to be. Myles Garrett.
No, I understand that the defense is that much better, but again, if you have Clowney, that's still not going to take it super. I don't think going to the Browns makes him take it that much serious because my whole point with the Titans is the Titans are a very good team. If you're not taking it serious on the Titans, you're not going to take it serious on the Browns.
I think it's not about taking it serious. I think that it's
health.
It's
wasn't healthy.
Yeah, it's not even health. It's I thought
he wasn't healthy. That's why they got rid of him.
I thought you said help, and that's the whole thing. Where you're one of the best names on that team. Where he's not the only good name on that team. Like he's got Denzel Ward. He's got Myles Garrett. He's got. We don't know the Browns like that, but like they had a good defense last year.
Yeah,
they got that rookie corner last year.
And the Titans don't have a bad defense either.
Yes, they do. They were like the second worst passing defense, I believe.
No, that's the Cowboys and the Seahawks at first and second.
I can't remember, but they were up there.
That has nothing to do with their.
But I get where you're coming from. All right. So their defense was very average. They weren't terrible, but they weren't great.
They had to score like 31 points a game to win a game. The Titans.
The Titans' problem is the way they play football. If Derrick Henry's not cooking, then their backs are against the wall. Because then they're forced to be uncomfortable. The defense is always on the field. Like with the whole point of running the ball with Derrick Henry is to run the other team's clock out.
Yeah.
The longer Derrick Henry's
to
cooking,
run their defense down.
Yeah, you're wearing their defense down, resting yours. If your defense is always on the field and Derrick Henry ain't cooking, you ain't winning.
Yeah.
But Tannehill could do it. He can do it. He's done it a couple times.
Yeah, and again, like going back to the Clowney thing, my whole thing, like, yes, I agree, his health thing is one thing, but I literally just don't think he gives effort, and I don't think going to the Browns is going to make.
We're going to see it this year.
Want to give all that much of an effort because he's going to get showed up by Myles Garrett.
But that's why I said we're going to see it this year because Myles Garrett gives 110% every fucking play.
Yeah.
And when he's not, it's because he's tripled.
Yeah, or he's ripping people's helmets off trying to kill them.
Yeah. Honestly, it's funny that he was nominated for Man of the Year last year after that happened.
Crazy.
Well, dude, personally, straight out of college, I like Myles Garrett, and he's always been a good character dude. And, you know what? I don't know the speculation on the whole Mason Rudolph thing. He called me the N-word. He called me this. Like, you know what?
No,
he probably did. But he probably did it so only you could hear it.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to say that, that he probably did.
Yeah, I don't want to get into it.
I'm not going to say he probably did.
I just don't see Myles Garrett. Like, he just doesn't strike me as that kind of a guy.
No, but that move makes you an animal, not a human being. You took a man's helmet off and you swung it at him. If
You're right.
If
You lost
are
control.
such a good person, you should be intelligent enough to know that. Grow the fuck up. He called you a name.
You're right. At the end of the day, you're right.
And I get it. Like, we've all been there. It's the heat of the game. And again, I don't want to discount what you're saying because we've all been there. We've all been heated. We've all been pissed. And you'll do shit. But, like, you could have fucking killed him. Like, are you out of your mind?
Thank God you didn't fucking actually, like, strike him with the crown of the helmet.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Full-fledged.
And again, like I always say, you're so above. Like, someone like Myles Garrett, you are above Mason Rudolph. Like, I know it's the easy game, but you're letting Mason Rudolph get under your skin. Like, Mason Rudolph is nobody. And again, Mason maybe he just did what he was supposed to do. Are you looking up the Titans defense?
Mm-hmm.
What were they ranked last year? Because that's all we gotta know. Well, while you're checking that, I'll go on something. Falcons signed the kick returner himself, Cordarrelle Patterson, making big moves.
Trying to replicate that Devin Hester, just in a bigger form.
Hey, listen.
All right. What are we talking about?
You were looking something up.
No, I haven't, but I want to make sure
we were talking about just Cordarrelle Patterson,
Patterson on the Falcons.
I didn't know that happened.
Crazy.
It's a utility guy.
Yeah,
well, it happened, and if you don't know, now you know.
Now I know. But so yeah, I was right. Tennessee, awful defense. 28th ranked overall defense.
What are they against the pass?
398.3 yards allowed per game. Tennessee checked in 29th in the NFL against pass, 24th in scoring defense, so 29th. So they were like the third worst passing defense.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying.
Who was first and second? Was it the Cowboys and the Seahawks?
I would have
And
to
where were the Browns ranked last year overall?
I'll see the Browns.
The Browns had to have been good though, because they have good guys. Maybe I don't think they were top tier.
Doesn't necessarily make you good though. But I would imagine better than 28th. But yeah, like that, again, just with the Clowney thing, my whole concern is legit effort. You could be healthy, unhealthy. I don't think just, like I said, if you're someone that I think is just out there for the money, you're just going to be out there for the money. I don't think you give a shit.
No.
Because the Texans were good when he was on them. With Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins, they were a playoff team. And there were effort issues then. Again, there were effort issues in college. But yeah, that's you know. That's the Clowny-ish. All right, we're going.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all, because I feel the same way. I think Clowney needs to get it together.
Yeah.
This year, you're really going to see it, because there's a measuring stick on the other side.
Yeah, because now there's no excuse.
You have to measure up against Aaron Donald. I mean, Myles Garrett. Like, dude, he was supposed to be that good.
I take everything back.
What?
Like, it's still an improvement, but not by much. The Browns were the 23rd overall ranked defense.
Yeah, that's like low.
It's an
That's
improvement.
because they're the Browns.
It's an improvement, but that's not that much of an improvement.
But I agree with what Danny said.
division's
It's
hard.
the talent is the talent.
And their division is hard. Like, I mean, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
The talent is there.
It is what it is.
But you know what I think is actually good? Like you say, all right, he's going to be compared to Myles Garrett. I almost think that, like, all right, yes, you're going to be compared to Myles Garrett, but nobody expects you to be as good as Myles Garrett. So you don't have to put up the numbers as Myles Garrett.
Coming out, what was he? Like, dude.
Coming out, he was a great prospect.
So he was supposed to be this guy. There was when J.J. Watt was hurt on the Texans. Clowney was going off until he got hurt.
Yeah.
And then he came back and he played okay.
Yeah.
And he got hurt again. Then he came back and wanted money.
Yeah.
And then didn't give any effort.
Yeah.
Goes to the Titans. Gets paid.
Gets hurt.
Gets hurt. The Titans don't want to reinvest in him.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're on to your third team.
Yeah.
This, for me, this is show it or get out.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what's funny? Like,
1 year deal for a reason.
Maybe he should look at a guy like Myles Garrett. Like, first of all,
Myles Garrett's going to win the shape.
Where I agree with you, where yes, Jadeveon Clowney was supposed to be that Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett was always better, just in the fact that it might just be from mental age, where Myles Garrett came into the league and he took this shit seriously.
Well,
2 sacks in his first game, sack on the first play of his NFL career against Sam Darnold.
Well, college. We're talking college coming in. Dude, Clowney was like,
well, that's what I'm saying.
elite.
Yes, where I know, but I think it was And again, what
You're saying there was no like drop off. He picked up where he left off.
Yeah, where Clowney didn't he hold out or he was hurt like in his first year?
He reported the training camp late because of his rookie deal.
Yeah, because of like contract shit. And I think
and
I think it hurts you.
Like the Bosa's did it.
Yep, and I think generally it hurts you. Myles Garrett took his shit seriously, and now what is he, the highest paid defensive end? Myles Garrett?
Yeah, he is. He
took his shit seriously. His one contract, he'll get paid as much as Jadeveon Clowney's been paid in all his contracts.
Show it.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing is where, and that's why I just don't think, like, yes, I agree with you, where he was taken super high, but I think it's just at this point where, like I said in the last podcast, I think Myles Garrett is accepted as probably the best just pure edge rusher in the league. And no one expects Jadeveon Clowney to put up Myles Garrett numbers, even on his best day. No. If he brought everything, I don't think he can put up Myles
It'd be
Garrett
different
numbers.
if he was like Khalil Mack. Super elite, and then like has a down year or two.
Yeah.
But the effort's always there.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Like alright, so Khalil Mack did not have a good year last year.
Mm-hmm.
He's doubled everybody.
Yeah.
He was a little banged up, but he wasn't hurt. But like you give someone like that a bit of a pass because the effort's there.
Yeah. And maybe Jadeveon Clowney just doesn't he's super talented, but he just doesn't have that Khalil Mack level of talent that Myles Garrett.
He needs that kick in the ass.
They're like, again, like we've seen a ton of people really high ranked out of college, and then they come to the NFL. It's like they just didn't translate. Cordarrelle, my guy. Even a guy like Corey Davis in his first few years, drafted 5th overall as a wide receiver.
Knock on wood, let's go Jets!
I just wanted to continue